All right, guys, the Meatstickx. Let's talk about it. When this thing, how this was presented to me was, I just so happened to check my email, and I had received a letter or an email from the PR person from Meatstick, or from the Meatstick, I should say. And I asked if I would be interested in doing, a collaboration, reviews, and comparisons and that sort of thing. And at first, I had to sit around for a while, maybe 2 weeks or so, just thinking about it, because I don't ever want to feel like I'm selling you anything. What I do want to do is, put information out there, put out products and support products that I believe in. I like that it has no cables. You put this thing inside your meat up into this black portion, all the way inserted. The black portion reads the ambient temp of your pit, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, so initially my plan for today was to pit this Meatstickx against the Thermapen smoke. Now, at some point, I just said to myself, even if I'm using this Thermapen smoke, I'll verify it with my Thermapens. This is my most trusted device. I'm gonna pit this Meatstickx against my most trusted devices, which are my Thermapens. So I eliminated, that possibility, because like I say, if I'm using my smoke, I'll verify it with the Thermapen. So, all right, guys, so we're about to go ahead and have our first look at the Meatstickx. I'm pretty excited. I think this product has the potential to be really, really good if it works out well. You have the silver part, which goes inside your meat here, and that'll give you the internal temperature for your meat. And in addition to that, it also reads your ambient temp. So wherever you place your meat at, this black part here remains exposed, and you'll be able to know what your temp is at on the grate wherever you place your meat. So if you have a cooker like we all do, there's always a hot spot and this and that. This will let you know exactly what your temperature is doing, and where the best place to put it is. So let's go ahead and have our first look at it. All right, and we'll just have our first look at it here. To charge it, it does require, looks like 2 AA batteries, which we'll be putting in there shortly. And we'll be using this to to monitor our chicken today. So we're doing a whole chicken today, spatchcock chicken, and I'll put it up against maybe the Thermapen and see how it does in comparison to that. And yeah, let's just go ahead and give this a look. This is pretty cool. Nice, neat package. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the batteries in here, get this thing charged up, and put it to use, and I'll let you know what I think. All right, guys, so we're gonna pit this thing right up against the Thermapen for accuracy. It's just so far my standard, the Thermapen is my most trusted device as it stands. But let's see if this thing can kind of match it now. I'm noticing right here that I have an ambient temp of 179, 157 internal. And I think that's because, as you can see, there's chicken below the thermometer that may be blocking that from the grate. But at some point before we end this video, we'll go ahead and place this thing directly, or we'll place the Meatstickx directly on the grill and see if the temp is accurate. All right, guys, so as you can see, I'm far away from my backyard, so distance wise is pretty good. Just got a pre-alert 5 minutes off, 5 degrees off rather, from our target temp of 165 degrees. So yeah, so far so good with this thing. I'm impressed, and neat little package, neat little package. Like I say, we'll go ahead and once that chicken is done, we'll set that ambient portion of the thermometer right onto the grate and see if we get a proper reading there. So sit tight. All right, guys, so we're 1 degree off according to our Meatstick, but we're gonna go ahead and verify where we are with this Thermapen. I have 164 degrees on the Thermapen, and 164 on the meat stick. That gets no better than that. That's all the confirmation I really need. That's pretty impressive, Meatstickx. I gotta tell you, that's pretty impressive. You know, they sent this to me for free and asked if I'd try it. There will be a code in my description if you'd like to order one. This is accurate. The Thermapen, the Thermapen is my standard for everything. Here it is again. 164, 164, 164. Lined up. Pretty much the same place. And pretty much the same place, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this because I'm gonna carry this over and for the next degree or so, let it rest and let those juices redistribute back into this chicken. But hey, Meatstickx, y'all did something here. If we again, we're gonna go ahead right quick and put this grate. I'm gonna try to set it right where the tail true is, along that level, and see if we can get something more accurate. I don't think it's getting a proper read because, as you can see, the chicken is obstructing the heat that's coming from the grate. So it's pressed in there and it's sitting right above that thigh and right under the wing. So you can't get an accurate reading that way, but we can get an accurate reading or something close to it. Just sit tight for a minute. All right, boys and girls, how do you like this for accuracy? We got our ambient temp, which is was 250, but you ain't getting 250 degrees out of that. What we did get is about 190, 95 on our tail true and 190 here. And so here this thing is just sitting right on the grate. But this is nice, it's easy, it's easy. So we'll go ahead and end. Are you sure you want to end this cook? Yes, I am. Okay, so let's talk about some of the, what some might consider to be a con. You know, people like chargeable things. You know, they want something where they don't have to put batteries in. To me, and I'm not just saying that because I have it, it's not a problem. It's not a problem for me. I got kids. We got a bunch of batteries. But some may look at that as a takeaway from it. That's just a preference thing. This, other than that, what can you say, man? My main goal is to get an accurate reading from my food. And so let's talk about the pros of it. Really nice design. I want you to look at that. This is the power button right here. It's charging right now. And real sleek, real out of the way. Again, these little magnetic tabs on the back allows you to stick it, you know, anywhere you want. And I would recommend putting it away from the hot areas of your pit, of course. The #1 pro is it's accurate as heck. And I say that with confidence. You saw it. And another pro, and this is not really pertaining to me. If I'm cooking, I'm around. But I went all out in the front, all across the street to the mailbox. And so if you're someone that's all over the place and you need that, you know, it's there for you. You got that long distance range. And it's stable. I went upstairs, downstairs, you know, so it's absolutely stable connection. And other than that, like I say, the only cons I can think of is maybe some people not being thrilled about putting 2 AA batteries in here. And so as you can see, it went toe to toe. It went toe to toe with the tail true thermometer, and everything lines up beautifully on this thing. It's easy to set up your cooks, and it's an absolutely amazing product. And I am so happy that they sent this to me. I'm keeping it 100. They tell me for each one that, you know, is bought through my link, I receive $10, and that's cool with me. I'm being upfront with you. It wasn't this is not a lie. It's not a gimmick. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm showing you a product that I believe in. Just like with B&B, I get no money from B&B whatsoever. But as you can see, I believe in the products. You know, it's my favorite charcoal. And I don't want to have you mess up $100 piece of meat for the sake of $10 for me, because that's not what I'm about. I'm about, quality, man, and putting out good information. That's what we try to do here at Grace Barbecue. So with that being said, this is an excellent product, and it definitely exceeded my expectations for sure. And so, hey, thank you, Meatstickx, again for sending this to Grace Barbecue. We are in your graces, and this was a blessing, a good opportunity to that arose. All right, guys, so if this is something you think you'd be interested in, check the link down below. I'll put it in the description, and I'll also put a code in there which you'll receive 5% off. So check it out. Until next time, this is Big Ed of Grace Barbecue saying peace, love, and God bless.